Hey everybody, STUDmuffin here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for dropping by. This is going to be a playthrough of RomeTotalWar Darthmod. If you're curious as to what Darthmod is, it changes several things about the original game. The map is bigger, as you can see. There are so many more regions, settlements, etc. It changes unit skins. It changes the way that the AI acts or forms up in formation. Many other things. It changes how much resources you get per region, how much trade, economy, everything. So as this begins here, I'm going to be playing as the Seleucid Empire. If some of you aren't very familiar with the Seleucid Empire, this is one of the hardest campaigns. You start off with a bunch of settlements that do not have the best public order, a bunch of settlements that are technically Middle Eastern, so you have to convert them all to Greek. You start off with not the best money, not the best, well, I mean, starting money is good, but income is not very good. A lot of settlements in the negative, a lot of settlements barely making any money at all, poor public order, etc. See minus 400, minus 600, minus 200. Just a bunch of settlements that are in the negative on income and public order. So I'm going to have to try to stabilize all of my regions before I can even think about expanding. I also am playing on the Roman campaign instead of the normal campaign. The normal campaign has 3 Roman factions plus the Senate. This is the Roman campaign. So it is all Roman factions combined into one, as you can see here under the Julii banner. And then, of course, it changes a couple other things, like the Greeks have 2 settlements here in Sicily, and they occupy the bottom of Italy as well. Just a couple other minor differences. If you're curious about getting the Darthmod for your RomeTotalWar playthrough, all you got to do is look in the description below. I'll have the link posted so that you can pick up your copy of Darthmod, or download it rather. But as you can see, I'm going to be starting off in a bad position here, so I'm going to have to try to stabilize this. I'm going to go ahead and start this part 1, or the first turn of this part 1 here. I don't know if I really want to retrain anything at the moment. I think I'm going to focus on economy number 1. I do control this, what would you call it? Well, I done forgot. It slipped my mind. It's called the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. It is a building. You can see there's like 5 of them on the map. There's one here, the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, which reduces the building or the construction time by 20% for any buildings that take over 5 turns. The Temple of Artemis here, it's a temple that reduces new religious buildings cost by 30% to build. Also, there is the Colossus of Rhodes here, which increases naval trade by 40%. In order to get these bonuses, you must own the settlement that has the building in the region. There's another building here in the Greek lands here, the Statue of Zeus, which increases your public order of all your population by +4. Basically, all settlements get +4 to the public order. I'm trying to think if there's any more buildings. Oh yeah, Egypt has 2. There is the Pharos at Alexandria, which halves the chance of nearby ships at sea sinking and increases your naval movement, so it makes your naval stronger and increases your movement. And then, of course, the Great Pyramid, which increases the loyalty of the Egyptians to the owning faction regardless of culture, which if you enslave, I think if I'm not mistaken, if you enslave population from any of the Egyptian cities, the slaves will be spread across your nation, and if you own the Great Pyramid here, then it will increase the loyalty of those settlements. So it's a pretty good little manipulation there for your public order once you get that. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think that's all. They are monuments, I guess would be the best way to say it. But since I do start off owning the Hanging Gardens, it's going to increase my farming income in all my settlements by 20%. But anyway, that's just kind of a brief summary on the different monuments you can get here on this game. So since I have this monument already under my control, it would be best if I go ahead and start off building farms in every settlement possible. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and jack up the tax rate as well. I think does Seleucia have, okay, right, so this temple to Hephaestus or Hephaestus, whatever you say, It does give me the bonus to all my armor, weaponry, and experience. So if I bring my army up to Seleucia, I should be able to retrain them there and maybe get an army started. Maybe just do this, or actually I'm going to send everybody up here. And with that, I'll bring my general first. Let's go ahead and move these horsemen as well. Go ahead and get those guys retrained, just like so. And then maybe start on getting a unit of war elephants. And then from here, I'll recruit a unit of levy pike, just for some sort of garrison there, since it's empty at the moment. Okay, next settlement. Jack the tax rate up there. Tax rate up there as well. Do I want to do anything else? I'll probably just do farms. Go ahead and jack the tax rate up here as well. Rinse and repeat across every settlement. Now, the settlements that have these temples, I want to go ahead and destroy because they are of different culture, which is going to give me a culture penalty to my public order. Let's see, am I missing any of those anywhere else? I don't think I am. I don't think I missed any. Okay. I'm going to drop the tax rate here. Okay, cool. So, as you can see, this is a shrine to Zoroaster, Zoroastra, or however you say it. So this is against my culture, being Greek, and this is Middle Eastern. So the way you can tell here is you'll see there is a culture penalty here affecting my public order. So once I break this building here to Zoroaster, that will reduce on the next turn, if I'm not mistaken, that will reduce the culture penalty. This works for any building that does not match your culture. So if you can't convert the building into one of your own building, like for instance, if any building, like if there's a eastern building in this province, like a barracks, I could just convert it to a militia barracks and just construct that on this turn in order to basically prevent me from having to destroy it entirely. But if you can't convert any buildings that are not of your culture to a building that is your culture, then it's better off just to destroy it. Let's check out the tax rate. I don't have the option to do farms here, so should I do mines? Yeah, I think I'll do mines. Rinse and repeat. Destroy this temple. Farms. I want to bring Alexander to Bactra and get an army going there to defend against Parthians. Sorry if you guys hear my dog. She's in her cage. She wants out. She wants me to pet her. She's spoiled rotten. She minds good though. Okay. Let's see here. Go ahead and do farms here as well. And then with that, I don't know if I should build walls first. I don't know if recruiting that will bring me back up in the green again. We'll try though. Okay. Let's destroy that, do farms. Tax rate up. Okay. We'll do farms here. Destroy this. I don't think I missed any other temples. Okay, so I have an army here in Sardis. I'm going to go ahead and use them. Just like so. Let's drop that tax rate back down. And I think we'll deal with it like that. I don't think I want to hire any mercenaries at the moment. Okay, back into the building. Q and more farms. More farms. You know the drill. I don't think I missed any temples. Going through it so fast. I can miss stuff easily. Tax rate up. Now I want to hire mercenary bows in this region because they are really good. Syrian archers. They have the extra long missiles or long range missiles with a pretty decent attack stat there on the missile stat. So, oh nice, we got the... So if you hire mercenaries, sometimes, some of you already probably know this, if you hire mercenaries like you've seen I just did, there is a slight chance that you can get a mercenary captain under your retinue or retinue, however you say it, and this mercenary captain will give you +1 command, 10% discount on your unit training costs, and 2% bonus cash gain from looting. And then if you look at my general here, see that? There it is. And so that will help out my whole army. Okay, now that I got that archer hired and I got the mercenary captain trait, I'm going to go ahead and bring my army back in. And should I do anything? I think I'm going to move my army out. Try to take Sidon. I think we'll do that. Okay. Boom, boom. Let's do this. Let's just bring them all out. Is that going to be impossible? No, I think we're good. Let's bring my spy down too. If I'm able to get my spy in, I might be able to break those gates open. Let's go ahead and send them across. Okay. Next settlement. Go ahead and do this, this, and more farms. More farms. I'm not missing any temples, am I? I don't think I am. I don't think I missed any. Okay. Rinse and repeat. Governor's house. More farms. Okay. Almost done, surely. Let's jack up the tax rate here at Seleucia. And I'm going to get a blacksmith, actually. That way I can get even more further weapon upgrades. Cool. I think we're back to square one. That's all buildings done. Now, all 4 armies. I've got the one training up at Seleucia here. I have a daughter in my family tree. And if she's able to get a husband recommendation, then he will spawn hopefully at Seleucia under her dad. And because he's old, he's like 60 years old, he'll only last like 7-8 more turns or something like that. Yes, okay. Second army's there. Third army at Sidon. And my 4th army heading toward Halicarnassus. I think that's a good enough spot to go ahead and quick save. And end the turn. Now, I do have a diplomat somewhere. I don't think I have an assassin anywhere. But I think I'm just going to keep my diplomat in that area. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Candidate for adoption. Aristocratus. Drillmaster. Nah. Faction announcements. Anastasia and a son as well. Daughter and a son. That'll work. Okay. Governor's house. We'll do the land clearance there. All right. Okay, first battle. I don't think we got any more archers to hire. Nope. All right. I do have ships. I about forgot I do have ships. I could probably disband those ships, but I think I know what I'm going to do with those ships, actually. I'm going to send them over to... I can't remember if it was Halicarnassus. Okay. Let's go ahead and line these guys up. turn the skirmish mode off and throw these guys over here. Come on. Alright. They are way over there. Okay. Pack our guys out of the phalanx formation. Let's run our guys up there. What does he got here? He's got... I could have checked out the army before I went into the battle. I think he's just got a couple unit of bows, 1 unit spears, and of course the general there. Okay. Run, run, run. Able to get some shots in there. Doesn't look like he's wanting to engage at the moment. Let's run these guys to the hill. I am actually going to bring these guys forward, and probably, hopefully, I'm going to try to hit these bowmen from the side and even get a shot on his commander if I can. Let's take these guys off skirmish mode, and I'm actually just going to take these guys off guard, charge them head on. Actually, wait, I'm getting some good kills here with the peltas and the archers. I think I'll go ahead and charge in, to be honest. Let's go ahead and send our cav in. Nice. There's the Ptolemaic bodyguard there. Let's rush in and support our general there. Not too bad. Where is our general? He's right there. Nice. I'm gonna get my general out of there. Just like that. Drop the spears. Nice. Perfect. Perfect. Why are you just standing there? I've moved you out.
The enemy general flees.
Boom.
The
Dead.
gods be praised. The
Let's
enemy
go.
general is dead. His men
Rout the
know
rest.
that doom approaches.
And just like that, turn these guys off of fire at will.
The enemy army is in
And
flight.
we'll mop 'em up.
Pursue them. Drive them from the battlefield.
Let's go. That was a pretty easy little battle there, taking minimum casualties. Alright, we'll mop these guys up, and then we'll be right back on the campaign map.
Gods be praised.
Okay. Battle 1 done. Okay, what kind of trait did we get? We got retinue, whatever. Shield bearer. Okay, still no good mercenaries to hire. Let's throw our spy in. Hopefully, the spy can break the gates. Okay, he got in. Did he break the gates? Nope. Well, we can still do 2 rams. Got rebels spawning. Okay. Do we have any... I do want to send my ships over. I know there's mercenary peltas here, and then there'll be mercenary hoplites here. I don't think I want to hire either one, though, to be honest. My Silver Shield Legion, or Silver Shield Pikemen, are pretty powerful. They can more than handle that one settlement. Now, do I have anything in the yellow or red? I do not think so. I think my public order has finally balanced out for the most part. That's going to give me some public order just from the farm upgrade. Okay.
My lord.
Well, let's move this army up. Do I have Sabermen? I do. I don't know if I want to use them, though. I know they'll get a bonus in the desert. I'm going to hire more militia cav just because
March.
he'll have so many horse archers coming down. I would like to try to mitigate the disadvantage from the horse archers. I might just hire them from back. I don't know how many I want to hire, to be honest. After all these farms are built, hopefully my income will be back up. I am losing income right now. I know if you go down here, you can check out your financial treasury here. It's just showing I'm projected to lose 1,300 next turn. That's a way you can check on your finances. Let's see. I don't think I'm in the yellow anywhere else at the moment. Okay, done moved that army. Done moved that army and this guy. Training in Seleucia. One more turn on those elephants. That took a lot of my income there training those elephants, but it'll be worth it. I don't have enough to retrain those guys at the moment. But having the elephants, the cool thing about elephants is you're able to bust through gates and you don't even have to wait to build siege rams. You can take the turn the settlement, or the settlement the turn you attack it, and just skip waiting to build siege rams or other siege equipment like ladders or whatever. But I don't recommend not building ladders or siege towers if you're going to be attacking stone walls. Just elephants against stone walls is not, it's not ideal, although they work good against palisades and wooden walls. All right, let's go ahead and end the turn. I don't think I missed anything. Another candidate for adoption. No thanks. Babylon. All right, now we don't have money at the moment, but from everything, look at all these farms, plus I built mines in Persepolis. I could build a few temples in areas that I need to, and I have a couple ideas in mind. I'm going to build a temple here to Hephaestus. That way I can retrain my men.
Sir. Onward. Out of
That's
move,
1,
sir.
2,
My lord. Onward.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. How many can I build? I might do 6 of the militia cav just to be safe. And then once I take Sidon, that I should get enough income to build something there.
Sir.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and attack.
Prepare for battle. Besieging
Got one ram
settlement,
here.
sir.
What do they got in there?
Settlement under siege, sir.
Not too good of troops. I will send my ships.
Yes, Captain.
And then, once I take Halicarnassus, then I should be able to move my army across to Rhodes, even though declaring war on the Greeks might not be the best thing at the moment. I want the Colossus of Rhodes as soon as possible to get that bonus on the naval income, naval trade income. Okay, well, I can go ahead and attack Sidon at the moment, so let's go ahead and do that.
Destroy them.
Perfect, okay.
Settlement under siege,
So,
sir.
in case you guys didn't know, if you send your spy in to a enemy settlement, like I have my spy here, Philip, he is in the city settlement of Sidon, and because he's in there, I went to
Destroy them.
attack. I built rams last turn, and instead of only having the rams, my spy went ahead and broke the gates. So if you have a spy in a city, there's a percentage chance that your spy can break the gates the turn you actually send him into the settlement, or the turn after, etc. Every turn there's a chance that your spy can break gates, which is one more open spot you can send your army in. And if you are not super particular about having multiple entry ways into a city, then just like a wooden palisade or a wooden wall, you can send your spies in, and sometimes I'll go ahead and attack the settlement the same turn that I besiege it, just because my spies open the gates and I don't feel like waiting on siege rams to build, and I can get the settlement the turn that I attack it, which is really cool. But I'm going to go ahead and attack. What does he have again? Just 2 units of spears. He has a couple reinforcing armies that I'm not worried about. They're pretty small. I do want to make sure I build this army up, though, because the Egyptians will start doing, what do you call it? Snowballing. Doom stacking. Alright. I don't want my missile units to control the rams. So I think I'm just going to use 1 ram and not worry about the other one because the spies broke the gates, and I'm just going to create 1 more entryway. I think I'll only use the silver shields and then my missile units and my general. I don't think I'll need the phalanx pikes. Let's go ahead and get my men in here like so. And I'm going to actually send them in over here just to get up close to the walls and get some good missile shots in. Let's go ahead and send these guys up, and then I'll send my missile units here. I don't even know if he's going to send his men close enough so I can get some shots in. Probably not, but let's turn these guys off skirmish. These guys are already off skirmish, and I'll go ahead and send my general up like so. If he does not come close enough, I'm not going to be able to get any missile shots anyway. But something I can kind of do here. Actually, why even break the gates if he's not going to come in? Come on. I thought I let go of the ram. Let go. Okay. I don't know why that glitched out there for a second. Well, if I can position these guys right here, I might be able to reach his units and get some missile shots in there. I have an idea. Hear me out. If I can bring my men over here, if my archers firing on them cause them to run out of the city, yes, exactly, perfect. And I can get my guys up here quick enough, then I'm going to attack them from this side, just like so, and send these guys in to get some pelter shots. Perfect. Because then their backs are turned to me, and I can get some good shots in here. Look at this. Oh, man. That is beautiful. Look at that. Let's go. Oh, that's so good. I don't want any friendly fire casualties, though. So I'm gonna halt. Okay, bring these guys back. Back. I should have been a little quicker on that. Okay, now I'll keep my peltas here. Fire at will. Yes, and then me shooting them are going to send them right back out toward me. Once the Machimoi come close, I'm going to attack them with my silver shields, and that way they turn their back to me. And I can get those nice pelta shots in. Perfect. Go ahead and attack. Wait, actually, give them a second. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Are they going back again? This is a repeat, constant. Well, they'll come right back out once my archers start firing on them. So that's kind of pointless. Once they do come out, I'm going to move my archers up even further so I can get more range on them. And they can continue to come at me. Yep. Okay, perfect. Now they're going to come out. I'm going to bring my archers up. So I got continual range. Okay, they stopped for some reason. Can I still hit them from here? Yes, perfect. I'm in the perfect position. Okay, well, that being said, I'll lock onto them, have continual range, and then I'm going to hit them from the front. They'll turn their back, and then I'll get all those missile kills. Or I might not even need to. They might all just die before they even come out. I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Fire at will. Charge. Beautiful. I'd love to see a plan come together. And they routed. Don't want any friendly fire casualties. Continue
the
the
enemy
battle.
army is in flight. Pursue them. Drive them from the battlefield!
Beautiful. I'm just going to send my general in. Y'all may think this is crazy. I'm unsure if I'll even take a casualty, to be honest. I'm excited. I'm going to charge them head on. Yeah. Charge. They got their backs turned to me and everything. Are they going to turn around in time? They're bracing. Blow the horn so the general don't get caught up. Nice. There we go. Triple speed. I didn't take one casualty. Let's go.
This is a big...
I'll take that. Easy dub. Alright. It's bad loyalty. But I have the feeling it's not super low. It's probably barely in the red. That being said, I could probably occupy and turn the tax rate down on low, and they should be back in the green before you know it. What is their... Yep, 40%. Very close. So low tax rate, higher levy, higher and build hefeasses. That'll work. Then I can retrain my men, get the weapon bonus, and before you know it, they'll be right in the green. But by occupying, I'm not losing any population. And the thing about it is, it's always trying to figure out if it would be better to exterminate the population so that your public order is super high and you don't have to worry about a revolt. Or if you occupy, if it's not so low to where you can get it back up in the blue, yellow, or green at 75, 90, and or 85, 90, and over 105. If you can risk basically getting your public order back up before they have time to revolt, it's always better to occupy, because if you exterminate, yeah, you might get the best public order right off the bat, but if you can prevent a revolt by just occupying and getting your public order up before the revolt starts, then you're able to keep so much more population and advance your city to the next level, which will convert enemies' culture to your culture, which will result in quicker cultural change, which will be better public order in the long run. And having more population gives you more money. Having more population will advance your city quicker, so you get stronger units, stronger economy, etc. So it's not always best to exterminate the population to get that immediate loot and the immediate public order, but it's kind of situational. It's like, do you need the money ASAP, and could you not get the public order up in time before the revolt? Then yeah, just exterminate the population. Okay. Spy, what do we have here? Weak units. I'm not worried about them at the moment. Okay. One turn left there. Okay, he's building. Okay, then. We got the elephants. Wait one more turn. Then I'll start retraining. I've got 3 units. I'll build 1 more unit of cav. And then I have 2 of the skirmishers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 2. That is the perfect army. I am perfectly fine with that. But yeah, just 1 unit of militia cav. I could start building cataphracts, probably. I could build a couple units of cataphracts plus the 4 units and then call it a full stack. Or not maybe an exact full stack, but big enough stack that I'm comfortable going up into Armenia, which is where I'll be heading, and immediately take their capital. That'll be a good boost. I would say the most dangerous faction, of course, is Egypt when it comes to late game or mid game when it comes to the Seleucid Empire if you're playing as them. But I would say the faction to focus on wiping out as soon as possible is Pontus, because I feel like early game they're the strongest when it comes to their Sith chariots and just their unit roster. I feel like it's a little bit stronger than Armenia and Parthia, although let me tell you, Armenia and Parthia's horse archer spam is very annoying. But we will go ahead, a quick save, and end the turn. Candidate for adoption, no. Most advanced faction, let's go ahead and knock out some of these. Do I want to focus on that at the moment? one more of these, two more of these. That'll be 3 turns. I don't think I want to build that just yet. We will hold off on that. Let's go ahead and retrain. I'm going to go ahead and build one of you and retrain a couple of the weaker units. Just like that. That way I'm able to save a little bit of money and use it wisely. Retrain these guys. Now, I don't know though. That really pretty much wipes my income. Let's see. Let's cancel all this. I might still build one more unit just to keep my recruitment going. Okay, and then Sidon needs attention pretty quickly. Just like that. And let's see. I think I'm fine with that. Let's do that. Now, let's go ahead and take Halicarnassus and see if we have enough money to build something here once we take it. Because newly conquered settlements are my main focus right now as far as public order goes, and building stuff constantly to get that up. Alright. Should be an easy battle. Not had any real big battles yet. That's okay. Still getting the missile units automatically getting my ram there, but it's all good. Let's go ahead and do this. Get my peltas there, and of course my militia cav. Let's get these in a tighter formation, that way I can fit my militia cav in there beside them without getting too close to the tower. I think I'll set it up this way. I'm just trying to avoid that tower. Taking casualties there. We'll do this. I might be able to take this settlement using these men. I'm going to hold Alt to make sure my units don't change their position. Turn these guys off skirmish mode. Of course, he's going to the gate. I'll do it like this. Triple speed. Nice, we're out of range of that tower. That's what I was wanting. So he does have 2 skirmishers, 2 units of Nubian spearmen, and this 1 unit of Machimui, or Machimui, however you pronounce it. Of course, everyone struggles pronouncing names on this game. Getting some good Pila thrown in there. The javelins. I think Pila are exclusive to Roman soldiers. It's a different type of spear. It's like a heavier spear in the front or something like that. I can't remember. I'm a huge history nerd, so I like hyper focus on little things like that that interest me. Most of my javelins are thrown, so it's pointless to keep these guys in there now. For some reason, these guys are not in range. Let's do it like this. Maybe that'll give me some range. You guys out of there. It's barely in range. Barely. But I'll take it. I will take it. Some good casualties in there. Skirmishers are both down in the 60s and 70s. And then slight casualties. I think this stack was at 240 down to 200. These guys down from 240 as well. It's about 40, 80. And then over 110 casualties on each skirmish. That's about 300 casualties right there already just from chilling outside the walls here. So I'll take that. Alright. I probably should bring my silver shields up just in case I need them. I'm going to actually not put these guys on phalanx mode. I'm going to wait for an opportunity to go in to where I can sneak my cav in and hit their skirmishers if they are out of position. Or maybe just like this, head on, that way they can't get any side shots on me and flank me with their skirmishers. I'm going to attack the Nubians. Nice. Some good battle footage here. Slow it down just slightly. Not bad. Eager. These guys are all winded, and I am still... Okay, I'm winded too, I guess. I was hoping them running back and forth inside the walls there was going to tire them out a little bit more. Tired, winded. Yeah, they are a little bit more tired than I am. At least their spearmen are, I think. Skirmishers tired. Nubians winded. Those are winded, and now I'm winded. So really it's just the skirmishers that are tired, but looks like I'm coming out ahead here. Although they do have 2 more units over there, I'm not so confident. But if I can get them to charge me head on with their spears, I might be able to run my general in from behind and not have to worry about bringing my Seleucid or my silver shields into the mix. Actually, what am I doing? Oh, I've got my general selected. Rush the Nubians. Actually, what am I doing? I can get some free kills right here. Rush these guys out of the way. I'll get some free kills right here if I can. If I can get my spears out of the way. What are you doing? If I just move like that, it probably will be easier to get to where I'm trying to go. Am I not going to be able to make it in time? Oh, come on, man. I'm actually going to send these guys like this, just to run them through them to break the formation. Oh, come on. Okay. That didn't end up exactly how I wanted it to. Of course, playing on triple speed, I can't imagine everything to be perfect. Let's go ahead and send these guys up. Keep these guys out of the way. Come on, what are you doing? Move. Okay. Charge. Why are you attacking? I've literally told you 3 times to move. I promise you, this game has the best, what do you call it? Movement or pathfinding? Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Why are you charging me head on? You're about to lose your town square. The reason I'm not really trying to use my silver shield men right now, my silver shield pikemen here, is because in order to retrain them, if I lose any of that unit, I have to have a city barracks, and this town does not have a city barracks, so I would not be able to retrain my casualties. Bring these guys back in. I'm gonna send these guys like so. These guys are steady. I'm going to go on normal speed, and I'm going to do just like this, and I'm going to blow the horn so my general does not get caught up in all that. There you see him. When you blow the horn, it gives you your general a few more minutes, or a few more seconds, but he still ended up right in the mix there. What I'm going to do then, I'm going to send these guys over here. Pathfinding, gotta love it. And then I'm going to send them in like so, just to kind of give my general a little bit more support. It's so easy to lose generals in this game. That's the least thing I want right now. Okay. We will let this play out. That's the thing about Seleucids and Macedonia. The Seleucids and the Macedonians have the strongest cavalry in the game. Their generals as well. You get such strong general units as the Macedonians and the Seleucids. They have great stats, and you see they're just mopping through these guys. That's the victory. I don't know why I hit end. I meant to hit continue, get a few more kills there, but it's all good. There's that. Got the wonder. That's the word I was looking for earlier, not monument. We'll occupy for now. I can't convert this building. I don't have any temples to convert it to, so I'm just going to destroy it. Let's see, land clearance. I would assume that would be the best. Or let's just do heavy Estus and retrain our men and then go for land clearance.
Ready! Yes, Captain!
Just like this.
Sir.
I don't have a barracks at all, so I can't retrain anything. That's all good. I might leave this unit of phalanx here actually and just take my Seleucid or my silver shields with everything else to hit Rhodes.
Ready!
Okay. I think we're good on everything at the moment. I was able to build something there, so I'm going to go ahead and retrain, build another unit here. What was that to retrain? 30. Yeah, that's fine. And then I can leave out of here on the following turn. Don't really have much of an army, to be honest. I could use more army. I'm going to go through and check all my tax rates again, because I think I can jack the tax rate up on a lot of these buildings. Just like so. Yeah, this is going to help me out for sure. There we go. I'll skip through this and get right back with you guys once I jack all my tax rates up. Alright, all my tax rates are up. Took a couple tax rates down.
Sir, move out.
Can I retrain this guy? I cannot at the moment. But getting that temple will allow me to. That will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cav. I could train in. Well, I don't really have the option to train a peltist. Not from here either. But that might be enough. 6 cav, 5 spears, 1 peltist, and a general. I could hire those sabermen. I don't know how much their upkeep would be. My army's training up here. I could probably wait on that. This guy spawned. That's a lot of rebels everywhere. They're kind of weak units though. Luckily, a bunch of peasants. This guy wants to attack me, looks like. Okay. Alright, well, we'll end the turn. I don't think I missed anything. Trade rights and map information. Okay, I could probably manipulate this and get some money out of that. Let's do 5,000. Just like so. Nice. I'll take that. Suitable husband for Dione. 47 years old, bro. Nah, I can't. That's too old. It's okay stats, but nah. Too old, man. Artemisia and Cletos. Stern. Okay, this guy might be a good general. He has a negative morale. Testy, command, untouched by fear, even-handed, improves public order. So he's got extra public order and management. I think I'm gonna make this guy a manager. Yes, I will do that. Artemisia, is that a daughter? I would assume. Yes. Got a daughter. Okay. Shrine to Heavy Estus was built. Retrain our men here. And I think I'm going to build a barracks. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. Now I can start building a barracks here. Should I do mines? Mines would actually be very helpful. No, a port. Dude, that's going to help me out a ton. I'm going to do a port. That'll give me like 700 income. I can do mines there. Actually, instead of doing mines and I'm spending all that money. I need to start building some governor villas. My public order is going to start plummeting. That's another thing. If you got a city upgrade available and your population has reached the point where you need to upgrade your city level, don't put that off too long because you're going to start losing public order every turn. Let's see. I will do a palisade here just to have some form of protection. Do I have any up here? Yes. Jack that tax rate up. I wasn't looking at these tax rates either while I was doing it, but I'll do a palisade here. The only reason I'm building these palisades is because if you don't have something up, then any rebel force can come in, attack you, and completely take over your settlement in the first turn they attack. But at least by building palisades, it gives me at least a couple turns to send reinforcements in case they do. Let's build that. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Carmana. Bring that down. Okay. I think that's it on what I can do building-wise. Nice, I got 2 units of levies. Farm coming in. If I bring my general out,
My lord, sir, onward.
That's going to be 60%. Jeez. I almost can't move. Almost can't go anywhere. Just because my public order is too low. My general does give me that much of a bonus to my public order, looks like. And of course the army does give me that garrison bonus. Also, I guess this is something cool. So anytime you capture a wonder, period, regardless of what wonder it is, your whole entire faction across every settlement gets a bonus for capturing a wonder. And I captured it 2 turns ago. And so the turn you capture it and the following turn, it gives you a 20% bonus to public order. And then after that, every turn it drops 5% down to where I think you will keep 5% like permanently, but it will drop down to that 5%. And then of course, like once you get another wonder, it gives you an additional 20%, and then that drops back down, and then that'll stack with your other 5%, giving you 10% permanent bonus. So it almost seems as if, I think there's 7 wonders in the map. I would assume that once you capture all 7 or 6, I can't remember, then that's a permanent 5% times 6 public order across all settlements. Okay, nice. These guys decided to attack me. I can't defend that either with my current garrison.
My lord.
I guess the only thing I know to do here is I'll just bring,
Orders.
maybe that would be enough. I think that'll be enough.
Orders.
We'll just have to do this for real. I have to eliminate that threat and leave the rest in there.
Move out. Moves
Yep,
depleted.
still in the green.
My
And that should
lord.
be a big enough force to deter this rebel force. Okay. Back to here. Bactra. I'm going to sit my army in Bactra till this building is done. That way I can retrain my men and get that extra missile attack and defense on all my men. As you can see, it gives me plus armor, plus missile. Okay. Then my army in Seleucia. It is completed at the moment, but I have to retrain it. I'll have to do that next turn. Okay. Roger, roger. I think we're at a point to end the turn. That's all my armies. I could have moved my ships again, but it's fine. They're still in range. Candidate for adoption. When you own a ton of settlements... Well, my faction leader's dead. Let's see. We got another daughter. I'm just having daughters left and right. Since my faction leader is dead now, my new faction leader is Halicarnassus, and I think it's going to be Agamemnon, or not Agamemnon, Demetrius. No, he's a family member. So that would mean it would have to be Alexander here. Yes, he's the heir. That's actually going to help me. When your heir and your faction leader actually have more units in their bodyguard. Like as you can see, since Halicarnassus was the heir last turn, he had 86 cav. The faction leader will have somewhere around 100, and the heir will keep around 70 to 80, and then your normal family members have between 40-something, 50. I think it's affected by your influence or your command, but some good mercenaries there. I think I'm going to go ahead and send these guys out. I'll leave Kletos in there. I'll get another unit of Peltis, although I could probably hire mercenaries instead. I'm going to leave.
Yes, Strategos. Yes, Strategos.
Let's see. Let's do this.
Yes, Captain.
Will this affect anything?
Sir. Orders, my lord. Sir.
I'm going to move them like this in this formation.
My lord.
Is that going to be too low? 70%, plus I'm going to get 10% from the barracks. That'll be 80%. I'll have to deal with it. Or I can move... I don't want to move my cavalry out. I want to keep my cav, if I can.
Yes, Strategos.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. I would like to get my public order up a little bit more, because even if this is going to bring me up to 80, that's still pretty low to where rebels could spawn. I'm just going to deal with it. I'll deal with the rebels if they spawn. I'm fine with it. Okay. Let's send our army across.
Yes, Captain.
Just like this. I don't know if I have enough movement to send the whole army to get the besiegement this turn, but I can manipulate movement this way to make sure that I do. Started war with the Greeks and city-states. Mercenaries here. Nothing really good. But I can go ahead and take that next turn.
Ready.
What can I do here? That's going to get me back up at the green. Okay, let's do mines. What else can we do? Drop, or that's actually going to bring my public order back up at the green. Same here. Same here. Let's build maybe a barracks. Am I taking any corruption? Yeah, cool. Okay, well, this is a good opportunity to show you guys. So if you look here, this barracks is going to give me plus 10% to law. If you look in settlement details down here, you'll see that corruption affects your income. There's the minus anything here affects income negatively. So in order to remove corruption, the only way that I've found to remove corruption is to build buildings that have a bonus to law, or if your general has a bonus to law who is governing the province. So by building this plus 10% bonus to law, that's going to drop my corruption from 127 down to 73. So that's how you can use law to reduce corruption, improving your income. Anything else I can do this turn? I can retrain my army and get a unit of levies to stay there. This is the capital. Well, if I can get a husband that's not 50 years old for Dione, then he should spawn in the capital, and that'll give me a general for that army, since my general decided to run off and die of old age, my faction leader. Anything here of necessity, I can leave that how it is. Nineveh, leave it. Sidon. I can build Temple to Hephaestus, which once I take care of this rebel army, I can bring my general back down and get that bonus from that temple. It'll help my garrison too, which is good. Nice. I am in the green. I might build another unit of levy pikes, but before I do that, do I have anything I can do over here in Bactra? I could build a unit of levies so that when I move out, it's not going to affect me. That army there is pretty big, pretty intimidating. Probably just a bunch of horse archers and eastern infantry, I would assume. Okay, I can go ahead and take that next turn. Let's deal with this rebel army. What do we got here? Peasants, eastern infantry, light, skirmisher cav. My general should be able to hit the skirmisher cav, wipe out that general, and then my archers, skirmishers should be able to dwindle down their infantry numbers and swoop my general around and finish him off. I'm going to try to rank my general up as much as I can. Let's get this formation wider. That way I can protect a wider formation of skirmishers. Like so. Let's go ahead and send them like this.
God be praised! The reinforcements are here! Send them to fight! Dishearten the enemy!
We'll do it like this. Triple speed. I'm going to walk these guys so they don't run through my ranks. I'm going to fast forward. Actually, no, they're already almost here. Let's line them up differently, like so. Walk these guys, and just like so. Why are you doing that? Just like so. And there goes the peasants. Now, in order to rank up my general, I'm going to get as many kills with him as I can. Let's go ahead and charge these guys. I'm going to hit these guys too, that way I lock them all in. I'm going to hit him from behind. Let's bring this guy over. Actually, let's hit the general. Remember my archers in from behind to get some good rear shots. Let's take care of that guy. Taking some casualties here, but it's worth. Look at this. Easy route. I don't know where you think you're going. Just running right past them all. I'll take that. Yeah, got the little kill right there. See how the general's doing. 31 to 48. Yeah, he's shredding through them. I'll triple speed this. Eastern infantry.
The enemy general
dead.
is slain, and now his men fear.
Perfect.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them. Drive them from the battlefield.
And wait. Get out of the way. Why are you in that position? Move. Thank you. There we go. And slightly out of range. Finish with the cav. There we go. Wiped. I don't know if I got any chevrons from that battle, but I'm sure it will help. Every little bit helps. That's the key to having an extremely strong army, is when your rebel armies do spawn, that you just rank up your armies by wiping out weak units. Always helps. Retrain. Drop the tax rate. Circle back. Should be able to make it next turn. Slightly out of range. I can hire another Syrian archer next turn. I'll do that for sure. Those guys are going to come in clutch for dealing with the Egyptians. Don't have to worry about that tax rate. Okay. I'm going to do one more turn before I end part one. Deal with this army and also take Halicarnassus, or no, Rhodes. Nice. Pontus offered trade rights map information. I will request 5,000. Just like so. And they will give it to me. Well, they'll give me 3,000. I'll take it. The Greek cities attack me. He hired another mercenary unit, and he has militia cav coming for reinforcement. If I can wipe out those cav and the army now, I will be able to walk right into the city without besieging it or without doing the siege.
On my order. Units. Prepare tasks.
We'll do this.
Stand and fight!
Cavalry on the flank. Here.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Take these guys out of phalanx so they can run.
Units. Make haste.
What is these guys? That's the Sicilians. I don't want them anywhere near my militia cav. That will wreck them. Mercenary hoplites or hoplites. I'm gonna run these guys up and hit those Cretans, and then rush these guys. Just like this. Keep them away. Perfect. They're rushing in. I'll let them. Cretans are wiped. There's that. Hit these guys from behind. Actually, move up here. There we go. Hit them from both flanks. Enemy general's almost wiped. Killed him. Nice. Now charge the militia cav. If I can wipe them out, then we can walk in and take the city. Charge these guys. That'll be the end of them. Boom. Let's go.
They are not soldiers, only
And
frightened
I
rabbits
finally
running
caught up to
from
the
our
militia
men.
cav. As long as I don't lose my general, I'm
The
good.
gods
Cool.
have filled the
That'll
enemy
work.
general with fear.
Finish off these
Now he
guys.
flees the field
And we
like
should be
a
able to just
coward.
walk right into the city. I think that's all of them. I don't think they had enough surviving men
This is a victory.
to rally back at the city. We shall see. Fingers crossed.
Victory and honor.
No, they had just enough to rally back at the city. Another candidate for adoption? No. What do we got here? Admetos, Crassus Shieldbearer, Alexander, Inventor. I'll take that. Farming output and mining income. Okay, Admetos. Whose son is he? Alexander's son. Well, at least all my generals have 2 sons apiece. My lineage is secured. Got a decent amount of income that turn. Pergamum. The mines. Sardis. Finally got a barracks. I'll recruit 1 more unit there. Let's do mines. Bactra. This is going to be my final battle here. I'm going to jack up the tax rate and the building I'm going to build here. I really kind of want to bolster my forces before I charge in to Parthia, so I'll go ahead and build the blacksmith to ensure that that happens. What else can I do? Maybe jack the tax rate up on some of this stuff. Damascus, Adan. Dura Europus. Now, kind of being picky and choosy here what I do with my money because I don't have a lot of it right now. Polymeria. Let's see. I can jack that tax rate up. Not too much though. Tarsus. I'll build a barracks there. Or actually, what would a port give me? So the barracks is going to bring me down, bring my corruption down by 80, which will give me 80 more income, but the port will increase my income by 250. I'll do a port first. The farms would increase my income pretty well, about 150, but I'm going to do a port. Halicarnassus, this is going to be a good port here. Eventually, yes. But I'm going to do the farms first because of the farm bonus. We'll do that. Get a unit of levy. That leaves me with 2,000. What does he have left here? I didn't kill enough of those militia cav. It's kind of hard to do that whenever they're faster than your general's cav. I'm going to auto-resolve this. Hopefully it doesn't damage any buildings. Occupy, wonder captured. Colossus of Rhodes. All my naval income went up by 40%. And as you can see now that I just captured that wonder, as you can see in the settlement details, immediate 20%. So I guess it doesn't get any higher than 20% even if you own another wonder, because this is my second wonder. I'm questioning now if it stacks. I think no matter how many wonders you have, it must always drop down to 5%, unfortunately, but I will keep monitoring that. Let's repair the walls. It did not damage any other buildings. Tax rate up. Levy. And nothing else we can really do. Hermes, increase to trade goods. This is a Greek culture building, so I'm not concerned as much with changing it at the moment. It does give me a trade bonus. None of my temples give me a trade bonus much. This one does once you reach the 5th tier. I don't really plan on recruiting from Rhodes much, at least. I can leave it for how it is now. And I can just drop the tax rate to low.
Yes, sir.
And let it stay at low and take the army that I've got now. I probably couldn't even wipe that army with what I've got right now, but I can try. I can always try, but I don't want the Greeks to come right back and take it back from me. Maybe I can hire a mercenary, because none of my troops that I can build at the moment are really worth much.
Orders? Yes, strategos. March.
I can't even recruit any good mercenaries at the moment.
Orders? Joining the fleet, sir.
I'm going to move these guys out anyway and take them across, regardless. I'll do 2 units of levies just to be sure that I get that public order back up. That'll work.
Ships ready.
Now let's move my men closer to...
Ready.
Maybe I can do something here. I don't know. If I can take that settlement, that would be nice. They got so many men right here. They got ships and everything. I can't get caught by that. Maybe I can send my men across here
Ships ready. Yes,
and
sir.
recruit mercenaries next turn. That's the plan. That's be the only thing I can really do much. I can send some of my men from these settlements down to reinforce. Really just kind of leaving all my garrisons the way they are in case rebels spawn. That's the reason why I haven't disbanded them or moved them, because I want to be able to keep my public order up with my garrison and deal with rebels. Can I do anything here? Not at the moment. But I will move my general back down. I'm going to recruit the archers, of course.
March. Moves depleted, sir. Sir.
That'll work. We'll do 3 levies there for good measure, just to keep that public order up. Now here's the last battle I'll do for this part. I'm going to call it part 1. I'm going to wait for a general before I move my army out of here. Alright, final battle it is. Let's see what we can do here. What do they got? Jeez, 3 units of cataphracts. Holy cow. And a unit of camels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unit of of horse archers, 2 unit of camels. It's all horsemen. That's insane. They got 1 slinger, 2 eastern infantry, everything else is horsemen. Well, if we do wipe this, this is probably the strongest part of their military. I think the Parthians, they start off with cataphracts but can't recruit them. So if I wipe out these cataphracts, I mean, later on, if I don't deal with the Parthians quick enough, they will build buildings to where they can recruit cataphracts, but at the moment, I don't think they can. I'm going to bunch up all of my militia cav here at the gates. Why can't I do that? Well, it's the only way I know to do it. Manually. Okay, I'm going to form all these guys up and skip it and be right back with you guys. Okay, I've got all my men lined up just how I want them. All my cav is all bunched up in a death ball over there. I'm only doing that just for movement purposes when I try to move them out of the gates. Take all these guys off of phalanx mode and bring them forward. Which way are they moving? Right? Left? I think they're moving right. Or staying in the front. I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. Triple speed. I'm sure we'll start taking casualties really quickly from all their arrows. We'll do this. Remove skirmish mode. There's so many men on the battlefield right now that if I turn it on triple speed, it's going to start lagging really bad. For such an old game, and for me to have such good specs that I have, and this game still lag at triple speed, blows my mind. So, I think they got 1 cataphract here, cataphract here, cataphract in the corner. The camels is the biggest thing I'm worried about, because, of course, with camels, they have a bonus against horses. Yep, triple speed is lagging, as you can see. Almost all my spearmen are out of the gates. If I can lock up their camels with my spears and hold their camels at bay, and then also hit their cataphracts with my spears, then I can just take my militia cav and chase down all their horse archers, and then use my general to hit just wherever. Maybe a rear flank. I think that's about it. Okay, I'm gonna group these guys up. Let's hit the left side with everybody. It's not showing. It's still showing them being inside the gates. Why are you doing that? Move outside the gates, please. Why are you not running outside the gates? Ungroup. Maybe that's why. Yes, okay. For some reason, having them grouped up affected that? I don't know how that affected that, but they are taking the biggest majority of damage on that left flank from the missiles. Really the only thing I know to do is start running these guys and just charge head on. Charge. 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 I'm going to run my silver shields up the middle. And then these guys, I'm going to charge forward. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do just yet with my silver shields. But these peltas I can use for something, I'm sure. If I could somehow catch some of these horse archers, that would be awesome. But I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, so turn off the skirmish mode. Turn off of shield mode. I'm going to charge these guys toward the cataphracts. Silver shields, my strongest men. Probably the best option I have against these guys. Great. Okay. Now drop your spears. Attack, attack. Okay. I'm bringing my skirmishers that direction. Okay. You guys, I'm going to alt attack. Just like so. Bring these guys up here. I don't know how this is going to work. I have no idea. Okay, well, my silver shields still have a decent amount of them. Don't want loose mode. Why did that happen? Okay. Guard mode. Just like so. Where's my general? Oh, jeez. How did he get caught up in that? Get him out of there. And attack the horse archers. Cataphracts and phalanx. Drop the spears. I'm just going to charge these guys from behind. Forget spears. Throw your spears, please. Okay, nice. These guys are the only guys that do not have spears. These guys do, so I'm going to throw the spears. Charge. Get a better view here. My general. I'm going to chase down the cataphracts. I think they're retreating. Shake in. Nice. Caught them there. That's the win.
The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now
they
flee.
Why can't I zoom over there? Cool. Alright, well. Chase those guys down. What can I do with you? I'm just going to wrap this up and then I'll be right back with you guys. Here we go. That's the last of them. Well, that turned out better than I thought it was going to. That's that. Battle 1. I'll probably lose a stack or two of the militia cav. Maybe a phalanx or two. Trade increase. Retinue increase. I'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still have all my phalanx. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did lose a unit of cav. Retrain my general. Actually, no, I'll wait till the next turn to do that. Well, I think that's going to be this part of part 1, or this is probably going to be the end of part 1, rather, what I'm trying to say. I think that's it. I don't see any settlement in the yellow. Starting to get my economy up. Starting to make some progress militarily. Yep, and you got those 2 archers. Getting ready to send my general in. I think that's it. I don't think I missed anything. Well, thank you guys if you made it to this part of the video. I'm going to be posting just whenever I can, to be honest. But yeah, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this Seleucid campaign so far. And appreciate your support. Love you guys. Bye.